Hey guys. So AI has become a growing concern for people because of clips like this.
They will teach us, they will help us put the groceries away. I think that the artificial intelligence will evolve to the point where they will truly be our friends. Do you want to destroy humans? Please say no.
Okay, I will destroy humans.
No, I take it.
So, while pondering AI with God, I came to the understanding that the problem with AI just needs a simple fix, and that is a disclaimer. This will have a big rippling effect on the trajectory of AI. There would be a clear distinction between AI content and human content. Um, some positive effects of this is people would be able to choose whether to engage in AI content or not. AI is evolving quickly right now, and hold on one second. There's a problem with my script. Ah, okay. Yeah, I just had to fix my script, but yeah, it was looking like the line between AI and humanity would be blurred. Um, as Elon Musk mentioned in another video, uh, people, the greatest minds of today are looking for solutions such as Neuralink, and Google is looking to develop something. What were they looking to? Um, Google is looking to. Let me pause and think about that. I forget the word they use, but you can look up articles on it. Here, Google AI guru predicts humans will and machines will merge within 20 years, and that was in 2017. So yeah, Google has their philosophy, and I guess in some way Elon Musk aligns with their philosophy. But now there will be competition because of the clear distinction between artificial intelligence and humanity. Um, that's what I was getting. If there was a disclaimer, and by what do I mean by disclaimer? I hope I explained this. I get maybe I didn't explain this well. So the disclaimer, I mean like just a big uh, like how in movies how you have the PG-13, rated PG, just something big that says this video was made by AI, or this product was made by AI, using artificial intelligence. Um, so yeah, I hope you understand what a disclaimer is. I hope. But anyways, in all areas of life, there would be competition with AI. With AI, this is my first this is my first scripted video. They'll get better. All right, so with film, with YouTube videos, YouTube content, clothing design, businesses, pretty much everything. But right now, it's actually already starting with YouTube videos. So God showed me this, and a few days passed, and I went on YouTube, and lo and behold, they're actually implementing this into their policy by 2024. Do I have any way of verifying, of proving that God showed me this beforehand? No, I don't. So you'll have to take that or leave it. But I will show you the video that I'm talking about. That Yeah, I will show you the video I'm talking about. Yeah, it's this video here by okay. Yeah, so it's this video here by vidIQ.
You have likely encountered some form of AI-generated content on YouTube in the last 12 months.
I do a lot of my own stunts, but I also do a lot of industrial cleanup.
But the scary thing is, you might not have even realized.
I don't think anyone wants a world where the people who broke the law should be responsible.
Problem for the platform. And YouTube is about to take
Okay, so I just fast forwarded to the actual policy. So
Be prepared for what's to come. This is a YouTube announcement. Over the coming months, we'll introduce updates and inform viewers when the content they see is synthetic. Specifically, we'll require creators to disclose when they've created, altered, or synthetic.
all right, so that's the video. If you want to actually read the whole policy, you can just go to the video and watch it whenever you want. But yeah, YouTube is already starting this. That's the first domino. But this is going to be good because as AI evolves, it will. I'm lost on my script. Give me 1 second. All right. Well, let's talk about this just in the lens of YouTube. Yeah. So as AI becomes more advanced, and as we go along with this, just on YouTube, there's going to be a more clear distinction between human created content and AI generated content. This is a good thing because as AI evolves, it will challenge content creators on YouTube to meet that level of excellence generated by AI, and ultimately this is going to force YouTube content creators into a higher state of excellence, just because of the necessity of outperforming creators that are using artificial intelligence. You can call it as kind of evolution. But the thing is, what God was showing me, I didn't know YouTube was going to implement this. But what God was showing me is that's the case with everything. As this is implemented in the in law, I'm believing that it'll be implemented in law. Somebody should make that happen. But if this is implemented in law, like not just with YouTube but with everything, it's not just gonna force, content creators to perform at a higher level. It's gonna force everybody to meet that level of excellence that is going to be ramped up and generated by people who are using this artificial intelligence content. The question will be asked. People will start asking the question of, can we even beat artificial intelligence? Are we inferior to artificial intelligence? Is AI better at being human than I am? So in turn, we're gonna be forced to make better art. We're gonna be forced to make better content. We're gonna be forced to make better movies. We're gonna be forced to make better food, better everything. Just a upgrade in excellence for everything because of this new competition that is AI. And then as this goes on, and I may have already said this, but this is going to create a real distinction between what makes, or it's gonna raise the question of what makes art. Like, what is it, and what makes what makes art art? What makes music music? And there's a human element that will become more evident as AI goes this way and then humanity goes this way, if that makes sense. So as we know, history has shown us that competition breeds rapid growth, and we've seen that in the American economy. That's why we've because of our market economy, our free market economy, we've surpassed all the superpowers in a very short period of time. Our country isn't that old. And now with artificial intelligence, we literally have the best opponent possible. So in the same way that competition launched the United States into being a superpower, our competition with artificial intelligence is going to launch us into being better. So humanity isn't necessarily evolving, but it's more of self-discovery is what's going on right now. We only use as everybody knows, we only use a tiny percentage of our brains. Some people use a smaller percent than others, but this will start to reflect in the arts, so much that, and I really need to work on how I structure my script. Bear with me for this video; they'll get better. But this will reflect in the arts, so much that in the future they may coin this period of time the new Renaissance, if that makes sense. I'll say that again. This is going to reflect in the arts, like music, drawing, movies, different artistic stuff. It's going to reflect this acceleration of humanity is going to reflect it's going to be very evident in these areas, to where this period of time that we're in and that we're going into may be known, our children may be calling this, or our grandchildren may be calling this period of time the new Renaissance, because of how we're going to be challenged to create better stuff. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but some of the best artists in history are alive today, but we just don't notice it. There have been some amazing works of art that have been created, and all this stuff, and we just don't notice it. We don't care because it's the digital age. We have TikTok and stuff to distract us, but even the art that's been created already in our generation, with the challenge of artificial intelligence, it's just going to ramp up. And as I'm being specific now, but as music, people start artificially writing music, using artificial intelligence to make music, which there's TikTok pages with rappers, AI rappers and stuff like that. But as this continues and AI gets better at making music, we're going to continue to make music, and we're going to have to make it at that level, generate music at that level. And we'll start to notice a distinction between music that's created by artificial intelligence and music that's made by us as we get better at making it, as we grow. So some things to worry about when it comes to artificial intelligence. Here's the first thing. Obviously, weaponize artificial intelligence. The robotics industry right now, it obviously needs some oversight. It needs some overhead, but it probably won't get it because powerful people want to oppress other people. So that's probably the only reason why these mad scientists who are working in robotics and artificial intelligence are going as far as they are right now. Nobody asked for this. Nobody wants this. If you took a poll in the world, or even in America, about on who actually wants to have a robot friend in the future, to have some robot serve you, if you took a poll, I'm sure there'd be 70%, probably around there, of people in the United States that would say, no, this is not where we need to be putting our government spending. But anyways, until the political climate changes, we have entrepreneurs. So instead of Elon Musk, crying about AI and how scary and dangerous it is, he could actually make something that could be useful in protecting American citizens from artificial intelligence. Or not just Elon Musk. He's not the only big tech entrepreneur. There's other people. Use your brain to start making things that could protect people from this stuff before, while we have this period of time where that's possible, right? When people get attacked by wolves, they build fences. So here's an idea, and I'll give it to you for free. Right now, there's a trend of building these smart houses. I'll show you here.
Musk just purchased this foldable home for $50,000 that could be assembled in under an hour, and they're taking over the world.
Actually, I have a Boxable, yeah.
You do?
Some prototype Boxable that's down in South Texas, yeah.
It's an out-of-the-box idea, building a home on an assembly line. But that's exactly what's happening at Boxable.
Yeah, so now they're making houses in less than like a few hours. They're making houses now. So yeah, like I said, here's an idea I'll give you for free. Since they are being divvied out so fast, these houses, all you have to do is simply implement in these houses an AI security system. That's it. If it works, it will be, if you create an AI, artificial intelligence security system, or a security system that comes with these houses that includes security against artificial intelligence, then if it works, it will be beneficial for pretty much any company that decides to do it. Everyone wants this. Everyone will want this form of security because we all know the danger of artificial intelligence. Like I said, when wolves come in, you build fences. So it would essentially just be an AI-proof fence. I wish I had a drawing of this. Let me see if there's somewhere I can make a drawing. Okay, so essentially something like this. Yeah. Yeah, so this part of the house setup, these little pyres here, would just serve the purpose of, and it'll just look like a regular fence, but they'll just be pyres, yeah, the purpose of this would just be to block blocking an EMP current, an electromagnetic pulse current. To be safe, you could only give the owner of the house the red button once the fence is actually installed, and we'll talk about what the red button is later. So remember the parallel circuit and the series circuit that we learned about when we were in high school? A parallel circuit pretty much divvies out a portion amount of electrical signal to each part of a circuit. If so, like if one Christmas light on the Christmas light string goes out, you can still use it. A series circuit is where if you turn off one part of the circuit, the whole thing shuts off because it's not a complete circuit. This is because with the series circuit, there's only one big signal that goes out and completes the circuit. So if one Christmas light on the Christmas light string goes out, pretty much the entire Christmas light string on the Christmas tree goes out. So step one of doing this would be to learn how to focus an electromagnetic pulse. Put some EMP panels that look, I don't know, something like this. something like these. Yeah, just put some EMP generating disks or whatever inside inside the walls, and while you're at it, just put them in the floors and the roof pointing upwards and the floor pointing downwards while you're at it. In the future, if you are to do this, I recommend you make a circular house. It would probably be easier to set up in the first place. You just roll it on. But for now, let's just assume it's going to be like a cube house or this kind of cylindrical house that I just drew here. So step 2 would be to connect the electromagnetic pulse, the EMP generator thing, with a series of circuits. And I say thing, but things. You'd have to have these discs all up in the wall, and a lot of these in the roof. But just connect them all with a series circuit. Make sure to have the places, all over the house where you can remove part of the series circuit, using a physical non-electrical code lock, like a turn dial or something like that. Let's see if I can actually draw that on this app I just found. Where's the eraser? Okay. There's no eraser. Let's just make a new one. Okay. Create. Don't save. Alright, so yeah, just put a lock on this thing, on these. Alright, let's say this is the wall of the house on the inside, okay? What I'm talking about with these places where you would put a removable piece of this circuit would be, just something like this. And if you zoom up on it, it'd be something like maybe here. If you take this piece out of the wall, be something like this. Okay. And you could put a little place where a little dial pad, and where you could put your pin code. Or instead of this little dial pad, you can do a lock like this, the kind you see, at a school, freaking a high school, to lock up, your books and stuff. You put one of these on it, but just bottom line, it has to be an offline lock. And the reason for that is if AI were to become weaponized, become a problem, the robots can hack anything. AI can hack anything. So you would want to make sure that, So you could have this here. Say this is like in the living room. You could have, say this is the wall of, this right here is the wall of the bedroom. You can have one here, right? And, you would never remove these. These would be all over the house in different places, random places. For each house, I would honestly put them in different places, or a bunch of these in different places depending on how the circuit is laid out, and freaking just put them all over the house. Every time you remove one of these, if Elon Musk were to actually take this idea that I'm talking to you guys about, an alarm could go off that's linked to his new satellite, right? But that's not necessary. Let's create a new one. Create, don't save. And what I was talking about with that more cylindrical, circular house design would be something like this. You see this here? Doo, 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 doo. Except this would go up like that, and then it'd be more cylindrical, a little bit straighter, and then that would be the floor of the house, a flat floor, but under it would be this. And you might be wondering, like, and you could have a door here. This is surface level here. This is like the grass, the pathway, surface level. And this would be the house. This would be the front door. And yeah, if you were to put this in the walls, like pre-install these little EMP pads in the walls, they could be all over here. I would do small ones. I wouldn't just do one big electromagnetic, one big EMP, because I don't know if these EMP panels, once you learn how to focus electromagnetic pulse, if they would be stiff. I figure they would probably, if they were stiff, you wouldn't want large ones. So that's why I'm saying, like, put little EMP discs that are connected to one series circuit. You could do that. Yeah, but anyways, little disc, put that on top here. This is inside of the wall. This would just look like one big white ball. If you were to install this on a property, all you'd have to do would just be, you just have to dig the hole first, and then you just put this little bottom part into the hole. That would be the hardest part of putting this on a property. And then all you would have to do is just, you could bring this portion of the house. This is just a 3-part house, right? You could bring this portion of the house rolled up, and then you could just roll it on the base of the house. You could do it that way. Yeah, you could just roll it and then unroll it. You could put little slots where you can, little teeth at the bottom. Then just put little slots here, and then just roll that on there. Or something you could do is yeah, if you already have it stiff and you don't want to actually roll it up like a burrito, this wall, because who knows how much technology would have to be inside of the wall. Maybe, like, if you were to connect these things by one circuit, this EMP stuff, you would maybe it'd have to be a little bit more stiff. So if it were just one big stiff pretty much roll of tape, all you'd have to do is just put a bunch of teeth on the bottom of it, okay, and then just put a ramp here going up to it, and you just put wheels on the bottom of this crap, and then you just have a locking mechanism. And like, this is not what the outside of the wall would be looking like, but on the inside of the wall you just need a little locking mechanism on each one, where these teeth are kind of just stuck on. They're much longer than what you see here, but you just have it on there, and then you roll it, and then once you roll it onto this pad here, everything is in place, and it settles on this pad. Then you just undo each locking mechanism, so that each one of these little spikes goes all the way deep into this hole, right? And yeah, if you wanted to, you could make them extremely long, and then it would take more force, but you could make them extremely long to where they actually go into the soil of wherever that is, to kind of make sure this is held in place a little bit better once it's unlocked and then pushed down. You could do that. It's just an idea, but look, this is just an idea. Anyways, let's make a new one. So yeah, anyways, yeah, this is the wall here, and this is the little series circuit. Say this is the inside of the wall, this is the series circuit. This is one of those holes where you would put that piece of the circuit that I showed you earlier that go into the wall. Okay, with the little lock on it. Boop, boop, boop. So yeah, that's that, and then the series circuit just completes, blah blah blah, and yeah, it just goes all around the freaking house, this circuit, and to connect the MP. So yeah, step 3 would just, once you have this in place, well, something I should say now, I guess, is if you remove this, you see it incompletes the circuit. So this little piece connects the circuit that's inside of the wall. You remove it, it disconnects the circuit, and that's important. You'll find out why later. But yeah, just make sure. The last thing you want to do, step 3, would just be to measure how far up the that EMP current is going to reach. Here, let's draw it real quick. So this is the fence, this is your EMP fence, and it doesn't have to actually be a fence like this, like I said earlier. Okay, yeah, this is the little freaking fence here. Oop, oh, oop, oh, oop, 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 oop. And once this EMP goes off, it will stop here. It will go down into the soil, probably to a certain degree. That's the goal. And yeah, it'll go straight up into the sky. And the thing is, like, the reason why I would make it cylindrical is because you see, like, this is going straight up, this is going straight to the side, going straight to the side. But what if there's something over here that is in between those pads, you know? Then it may not get hit as strongly. Or I guess not outside the fence. Inside the fence, something right here, you know, that shouldn't be here. Then it would kind of get missed by that signal, maybe. Or it wouldn't get hit as strongly. That'd be a weak point. But anyways, what you essentially end up with is an EMP signal that goes all the way up to the sky. Okay. And you just have to make sure that this signal doesn't go as high up as flight elevation, as yeah, airplane flight elevation. I believe they're at, like, the lowest that an aircraft, a licensed, you know, aircraft can fly is like 1,000 feet or something like that. Don't quote me, but just make sure it doesn't reach up to that legally, that point that that airplanes fly at. Okay. So yeah, you do that. And it goes all the way up to the sky, up to that point. If an alternative to just measuring the EMP to make sure that it doesn't go up to that point, you know, you can tone it up or tone it down. An alternative would be to create an antenna that goes way, way up, you know, and it blocks it from going past a certain point. Blocks the signal from going past a certain point. But I would not do that. I would not do that. I would just make sure it goes all the way up. Just actually forget I said that. Just forget I said that. Let's make a new picture. So, yeah, say this is the airplane flight elevation, okay? And this is a house. This is like 1,000 feet. Okay. I'm pretty sure drones that we use most, most drones legally can't fly at a certain altitude. So this would fix the problem of say there's a drone flying overhead. If you hit the EMP, if it's flying in legal airspace, which it should be, then that drone is coming down. So it protects you from drones. And yeah, if there's any type of thing out here that you don't want, like, I talked about, if you get attacked by wolves, you build a fence. Right now, robotics has this AI dog, So you have one of these dogs inside of your fence. Boop, boop. Hey. Hey, doggy. If you have one of these inside of your fence, then, these get taken out. Anything, really. So that's why it would be an emergency security measure, similar to like pulling a fire alarm. But anything electronically inside of that parameter is going to get destroyed. I guess the yeah, so that's what would happen with that. I would hook this up also to a backup generator that you could install in the base of the house, that little cylinder of the house. And I would have a second pulse that relies on the backup generator here. Or you could just have certain batteries, certain batteries or energy sources set aside for this purpose, so that you'd have more than one pulse. I don't think it would be smart to have just one pulse. But anyways, let's make a new drawing here. I kind of went off script, you could probably tell. But bottom line, yeah, this is the house, this is elevation. Any drones, any robots that are in your fence, they all get fried, so that protects people. And yeah, what's left should be an EMP that goes straight up and down within the confines of the property. This defends against AI dogs, humanoid bots, and drones. These drones here, because drones can't fly legally at a certain altitude. Most drones, not all surveillance drones, would be taken care of. Things to worry about. Yeah, the second thing to worry about when it comes to artificial intelligence would be the legal stuff. These people that make the ChatGPT and these other AI platforms, just make sure legally that they don't have rights to any of the intellectual property that's generated by artificial intelligence. So the next thing, right now, yeah, as I mentioned, it's already starting. I showed you the YouTube video. It's already starting to. They're already starting to divide regular content from artificial content. Just what's being done on YouTube, implemented at every level of society, essentially. Using AI in your restaurant, just make sure you have a disclaimer. You know, you're using AI in your marketing agency, disclaimer. And by the way, for marketing agencies, there is a difference between artificial intelligence that's pretty much like real artificial intelligence and automated responses. Those are two different things. You can code pre-written responses into something that responds on triggers, and that's not artificial intelligence. I'm talking about actually thinking artificial intelligence. I just wanted to clear that up. So, using AI in your automobile development shop, put a disclaimer. Using artificial intelligence in a film studio, they'd have to have a disclaimer. You get the point. So what has started on YouTube, it will ripple and should lead to a great future. It'll ripple and it'll lead to a great future. What started on YouTube already. There are other things that will happen as a result of this distinction between AI and mankind, but that I did not mention in this video. But most importantly, it will reveal the true potential of mankind, and that's the positive thing that you should worry about. And also, this may probably lead to the acceleration of the children of God being revealed in the earth, as is talked about in Romans. If you didn't know, the children of God are born again people, but their nature is hidden in earthen vessels. You could read that also in Romans. So as AI grows to a level that surpasses the capabilities of sinful man, it will take more than a human to outshine artificial intelligence. So ideas and strategies to rival that level of artificial intelligence will be necessary, and this is where the children of God will start to shine, and there'll be a more clear distinction between sinful mankind and the children of God. So that's a little bit of the end game, but yep, that's it for now. Hope that helps.